letter of appointment. Signed Grégoire d'Alpin.
But who are you? What do you want?
Gus McPherson, private detective. And who are you, madame?
Hortense Elouin, Jacques' mother. And now, do you mind telling me what you're doing here?
I'm looking for Elouin. I need to talk to him.
My son has disappeared. I don't know where he is. He's a good boy, you know. He would not hurt a fly.
Any idea where he may be hiding?
Hiding? I swear he's not here. Why would he hide? I've not seen him for several days. I have no idea where he is.
You're lying, Madame Elouin. Tell me where I can find your son. I mean him no harm. On the contrary, I need to talk to him.
You do not want to harm him. Can I trust you? Please understand, Elouin has not done anything. He's afraid, that's all. He's not hiding, but he needs help. My son is up there. Follow me. He's upstairs. Just go on up.
Right. Jacques Elouin, I'm arresting you for the murder of Regis and Ruby White.
I'm innocent. I may have led the murderer to the Eatons, but I did not kill him.
The Eatons? What are you talking about?
It's a long story, but this is what happened. It was after a rather tiresome case. A story of adultery that ended badly. The husband had hired me because his wife has supposedly run off with the money. She told quite another story, of course. I will spare you the details. I came home shattered. During my absence, a certain de Alpin had come by about some employees who had swindled him. I knew that de Alpin was a banker and that there would be plenty of money in it, but I was dead on my feet. So I told my mother to call him back and tell him to get lost. That's when she showed me the check. So, off I went again.
Those dirty kids, they roll around in the mud all day. And who scrubs? Old Muggins here. Who are you? Can't you see I'm not here? If it's for the poor, I gave at the office.
Lovely day, isn't it? Say, can you give me the Eaton's room number?
The Eatons? What do you want from the Eatons? Are you a friend of theirs? You don't look the sort they would associate with.
I'm Jacques Eloin, private detective. I hate to be any bother, but I have a few questions to ask the Eatons.
A detective? I knew they were shady, those two. With all that riffraff that Paul knocked about with. That Montparnasse bunch. In any case, they have split.
Montparnasse? You mean people who live in the Montparnasse district, the artist quarter? Paul hung out with artists there. Anywhere in particular?
The Alembic gang? That's where all the layabouts met. Birds of a feather stick together, as they say. These bloody rascals really want to drive me up the wall. I have a floor to scrub, so you with the mustache, clear off or I'll chuck you out on your ear. Little rascals, wait till I catch you! Hey! Not my flowers, my beautiful flowers! Wait! They're going to see what I'm made of.
Strange. Yeah. Oh dear, what a mess. Mrs. Evelyn, you've got some cleaning to do. A locked safe. They probably got the key with them. Look, a boat ticket.
Good evening, sir. Are you expected?
My name is Eloin. I've come to see the master of the house. Would you introduce me, please?
Sorry, sir. My master cannot see you.
Right. Are you in charge here? Do you mind, as a pure formality, if I ask you one or two questions? Is this the lodge of the Brotherhood of the Supreme Order of the Rosy Cross?
Sorry, sir. I cannot answer your questions.
I apologize. Your honorable members are naturally not under any suspicion. In fact, I'm seeking information about a young woman, Gracie Eaton. Or maybe you've seen her brother, Paul Eaton, a big, strong fellow. They've been here.
Sir is insistent. It would, however, be preferable if you withdrew.
As a doorman, you're in a position to know all the members of the club. K and GDA are both members, are they not?
All information about our members is confidential, sir. I am sorry.
Come on, buddy. I'm not asking for much, just for you to think back a little. Grégoire de Alpin is a member of your little family, is he not?
Our brotherhood is private, sir. You must leave the premises, otherwise I shall be forced to call the authorities.
You were not announced, sir. I wasn't expecting you. How can I help you?
Hello, Doctor. Jacques Eloin, private detective. Sorry, I'm out of business cards. You'll have to take my word for it. That way we'll both be in the same boat.
A private eye. I am sure you are well aware I am not at liberty to discuss one of my patients. Doctor-patient confidentiality.
My work is somewhat like yours, Doctor. People pay me to ask questions. As it happens, you know certain answers that are essential to my investigation.
I imagine you are being well paid, Mr. Eloin. What exactly do you want?
I found your business card at the home of someone who's not so innocent.
I have no control over who has one of my calling cards, Mr. Eloin. The proof? You yourself have one. And yet, I never gave it to you.
You do not happen to have a patient by the name of Gracie Eaton, Dr. Kaufner?
Gracie Eaton? Of course, Mr. Eloin. What do you want to know about Gracie Eaton?
Gracie Eaton is a little crazy, isn't she? You do treat the mentally ill, don't you?
Not all of my patients are ready for a straitjacket, Mr. Eloin. On the contrary, I care for all those with tormented souls. It's called therapy. One could classify Miss Eaton in this category.
Gracie Eaton has a brother, Paul Eaton, doesn't she? What do you know about him?
Paul Eaton. I suspect he engineered the whole thing. He's the one who brought Gracie to my office when she had her first attack. Thereafter, he remained in the background.
You know why I've been hired, and I won't hide the fact that I do not have any hard facts on the theft. Is there anything you can tell me?
You know enough to complete your investigation, Mr. Eloin. Listen, old chap. If you want to know where the Eatons are hiding, you have come to the wrong place. Yes, I introduced Gracie Eaton to the companions. Yes, she knew the Alpin. But as to how intimate they were, that is their business. All I can tell you is that if I knew where she and her brother were, you would not be here. So, do the job you are being paid to do, Mr. Eloin. Find the thieves, and let us get on with the rest. We each have our own role, do we not?
And the time he dressed up as an angel and he did not have a string on his bow. Berenice.
Oh, sorry. Jacques Eloin. Perhaps you could help me.
Why not? Would you like a drink? Come on, don't be silly. I'm a modern girl. Come, have a seat. You've never been here. I would remember your face. I'm curious to know what brings you here.
Today must be my lucky day. In my job, I usually deal with punks, not cute dolls like you. I'm a detective. Do you happen to know a certain Paul Eaton?
The American? Paul Eaton? Yes, I know him. He's been filling our heads with his stories for the past month. He and the owner are mates.
Interesting story about Eaton. Is he on to something big? Did he give you any details? Mind you, with guys like him, you never know what to believe.
I'm fond of you, Snoop. You know how to go about things. I'm going to help you. Paul Eaton was in Paris for a contract. A scam that would make him rich. His wife was his accomplice. Then he got the jitters. He is hiding now. Hulot, the owner, definitely knows more. You'll have to see him about that. Only thing is, he's not too fond of private snoops.
Charming. Berenice, I can feel that, like me, you're dying to know where Paul Eaton and his wife are. What was Paul planning to do after his job? Any ideas?
The owner, Hulot, knows a thing or two. Paul only spoke English and he never mentioned any names. He could not have known much. It's not because you drink like a fish that you know more. It was his other half who pulled the strings.
Berenice, do you believe this bank heist story? Eaton must surely have been planning something. He could not have just given up like a complete idiot. It must be a diversion. It smacks of a wild goose chase.
Charming and smart, that P.I. Only he has it wrong. It was not the banker's money the Eatons were after. It was a treasure he had hidden in his place. The woman took care of seducing him. Paul was there to pick the fruit when it was ripe. He was completely manipulated, that poor Paul.
What about Paul? Does he come here often? You know, if he starts bugging you, it would give me more reasons to nail him.
You know, Jacques, that Eaton smells like trouble. One day, he turns up from God knows where with his little British accent. After a few drink sessions with Hulot, the owner, he loses his accent. After that, he shows up here practically every day, more American than ever. Then wham! No more news.
Berenice, pretty name. Your knight in shining armor left you alone in such a place. That's hardly wise.
I'm old enough to look after myself, but thanks for the thought.
Well, that's a shame. I was really hoping to find him there. To be honest, I went to his place before coming to the Alambic and like magic, they disappeared. So, I thought you might be able to help me.
We do not really know what Eaton is doing in Paris. In the beginning, he said he was with his sister, a student. After a few binges, his sister had become his wife, and they were both onto the scam of the century.
The owner, Hulot, he's also your friend. Would you be kind enough to introduce us?
The owner's not here. He's just driven off. Actually, I think he had a rendezvous with Eaton.
Damn it, this is too much. I'm always one step behind. This time, I'll catch them before they slip away again.
It is simple, Jacques. The owner went dashing off. He mentioned a restaurant, getting back late. How would I know?
A restaurant. How fitting. I was planning on inviting you. But a restaurant in Paris, it's like looking for a needle in the haystack. Any idea which one?
And why would I know? Eaton talked about going out to a chic restaurant with his wife, but he did not even know which one. It was Hulot who scribbled down the address before leaving.
That's all you know, is it? In any case, someone as charming as you is always beyond suspicion.
Ciao, Snoop. Good luck.
Look, a notepad. The first page seems to have been ripped out in a hurry.
Hulot is implicated in this affair? But how?
Who knows? He's a fence, is he not?
I brought you a little snack.
Thank you. I'll just put it there. We'll help ourselves. Okay, where was I? Oh, yes, the restaurant.